In this episode of Back to the Basics, I'm going to show you how to cut out shapes from fabric with scissors. Okay, so you've probably been using scissors since you were in kindergarten, but I may have a trick or two up my sleeve that will make things a little bit easier for you. So come on, let's go. Hi, my name is Terry Santra and I'm the head moose at Purple Moose Designs. And today I'm going to show you how to cut out shapes from fabric with scissors. So the first thing that we need to talk about is your scissors. Now I'm a big fan of the Karen K. Buckley scissors. This is the large size, this is the medium size, and this is the small size. I use all three. Why do I like these? Well, many reasons. One is they have micro-serrated blade. One side is a regular blade and the other side is micro-serrated. And what that means is if you cut fabric with scissors that have two straight blades, as the scissors close, it kind of pushes the fabric away a little bit. So you're constantly chasing after the fabric with your scissors. With the micro-serrated blade, it actually pulls the fabric in as you're cutting, so you're not chasing after the fabric as you cut. One of the other things I like is it has nice big finger holes, and the handles are soft and squishy, so they're very comfy and easy to hold. And lastly, they have very fine points, and they are sharp all the way down to the tippy tips of those points. And I'll show you in a little bit why that comes in handy. So make sure you have a good pair of scissors, and it's helpful if it has some micro serrations on it as well. Whether you like to do needle turn applique or a fusible applique, at some point you're going to need to cut out some shapes. All right, here's the big tip. If you take nothing else away from this video, this is the big tip. When you're cutting with scissors, you want to open and close your scissors, but you keep them straight. You turn the fabric as you're cutting. Here, let me put the close-up camera on and I'll show you. All right, so we're going to start off with this gentle curve here and then move into this more intricate part here. So if you were cutting the kindergarten way, you would hold your fabric and you would take your scissors and you would go around like this. You're not going to get a smooth cut that way, especially when you get over into this area. So what we're going to do instead is hold our scissors straight while we open and close, and we're going to move our fabric. Here we go. So we're just going to move this around on this gentle part here. Now when we get into this part, actually I'm going to switch over to the smaller scissors here. We're just going to wiggle our fabric back and forth as we open and close the scissors so we can get the smooth cut that we want. There we go. Now we'll just do this one last gentle curve here. In case you didn't know, this is the continent of Africa that we're cutting out. Who knew we could go around Africa so quickly? And there we go. We have our continent of Africa. Pretty cool. All right, so I mentioned before that the scissors have a very pointy point and that they're sharp all the way down to the tippy tips. And where that comes in handy is something like this. So say I want to cut out this letter M. I'm switching over to the bigger scissors. Doing the outside part is pretty straightforward. We're just going to cut the straight sides here. So now I'm left with these triangle pieces that I need to cut out. So what I do is place the tip of the scissors right at the point that I want to stop at and make a snip, and it'll cut all the way down to the tippy tips. Oops, one more thread there. And there we go. I'll do this side. This way you don't run into the problem of cutting into the letter M. And just like that, we have our letter M. Woohoo! All right, so the other place that these sharp points come in handy is, say you've cut or you've stitched a curved seam. So you need to clip this seam in order to make it lie flat when you press it off. So if you're using regular scissors, usually the sharpest section is down here. So if you try and clip the seam like this and you get a little too overzealous and you go past your stitching line, then you're going to have a problem. But with these points, what you do is place them just in front of the stitching line and you make your clips just like that. And then I do not cut into the stitching itself, just in front of it. And now we have clipped our curved seam. Pretty cool, isn't it? So we have the small pair of scissors, the medium pair, and the large pair. Now if you're a garment sewer, the large pair is going to be what would be best for you. If you're a quilter, either the medium or the small. And if you're an applicator, definitely the small. And there we go. Well, there you have it. We've cut out shapes with scissors. Wasn't that easy? Be sure and hit like and subscribe for this video so you can hear about future videos as they come out. And be sure and check the description of this video if you can't find these products local to you. I did put some links in there that you can check them out online. So thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.